plane flies on a bearing of 160 degrees for 20 kilometers, then on a bearing of 070 degrees for 35 kilometers. Find the direct distance of the plane from where it started, and find the bearing on which it must fly to return directly home. Very similar to the last example. Good, clear diagram is what we need here. So 160 is in this sort of direction, and it goes 20 kilometers this way. So that angle there is 160. Then we need another north. Then it's going to go on a bearing of 070, which is just a bit less than 90 degrees. And it's going to go 35 kilometers this way. So this is 35 kilometers. And this angle here was 70 degrees. And then our questions pertain to the third side of this triangle. And let's not forget that we're going to need a north line here for part B when we're talking about a bearing from here. Okay, so we need to work out some angles. So the north lines are parallel, and if this is 160 degrees, then this one here must be 20 degrees in order that these two add up to 180. And that gives us a right angle here. So straight away we can go to part A, and we can use Pythagoras' theorem to work out D. D is the hypotenuse, so D squared is going to be 20 squared plus 35 squared. We can calculate that, so that's 20 squared add 35 squared. That gives me 1625. And so we want the square root of the last answer. And that's 40.31 kilometers. Now for part B, we want the bearing. Now if I can work out this angle here, which I'll call x, clockwise from north is like so. Now, this is the angle we'd like to give, and then we need to think about how we're going to work it out. And once again, the north lines are going to come in handy here, because this north line and this north line are parallel. This is 70 degrees, so we have co-interior angles. So the whole of this angle just here is 110 degrees. So to work out this angle here, we can do 360 take away 110, which will give us this angle just here, and then we add x on to get the angle that we want. So let's work out x. So for x, this is the adjacent, this is the opposite. If we use our mnemonic, so car toa, it seems that we have opposite and adjacent, so we're going to use the tangent. So tan x is equal to 20 over 35. So x is the inverse tan of 20 over 35. And so we have the inverse tan of 20 over 35 gives us 29.7 degrees. Now let's think about the bearing. So as we discussed, all the way around is 360. 110 less than that would be the bearing to the blue line. We want the bearing to the red line, so we've then got to add 29.7. So we've got 360, take away 110, add 29.7, gives us 279.7, which will give as 280 to the nearest degree.